Juma Kama, Yami Aduma one time, Sum everybody attachment first Brentford, Yashem Sotima, Yafasa, the Attention Western United, and so much Brentford, and so don't want to turn class. No, and Imam Sumat Kama, and Sumat Kama, and no Eka Crutches of Inseka, not Miss Dasu, I will be my Chum Maya, Yafensa Jama, you didn't come over play, and so Germany, report on Inseka, so Chance of Branchia, Yafensa Afonso Boy Davis, I was not cancelled Matima, Yafensa by Amonchino, report about Beto Johnson Chance of Gusu, and so some Eric Kovaka Cracker, and now Branch. To me a training kakra na the tennis training no when individual training and on a branch friends Afonso Boy Davis sir cancel by a month timno report about just a branch and so much me a training not just and some kakra and no way kakra just a menseka na mame fanto ja some the tennis ora your friends some the tennis Eddie Howe and so some coach na before the game and after the game no Eddie and students and for so didn't come over play now the opening na nyaje papa ain't sama one some I catch at the timer, not on a demon, and so you drink more.
Did it in the 90 minutes, which was massive for us. You know, we didn't want to go to extra time, but the priority was to try and get through. So we would have done that if that needed to be the case. But we wanted to get it done in 90 minutes. But you're right, we needed to keep the momentum. We needed to keep the feel-good factor. Tonight we had everything to lose, really. So a great response from the players after the high of Wednesday.
Wow, we and some run to anymore. Now, my main fan to Johnson and I remember no. Now, me about share press conference no. Now, branch and friends of Rodri. And so you play the Mamman City Timno. The maintenance and Yami don't want to game no. If you don't want chance here. Now, reference a Pep Guardiola and fan to Johnson. Reference a Rodri no. Now, Yami don't want to game. Maybe I don't start to say half. Now, the Mamman Sumat may come up. And so the Mamman City Timno. Now, Orange Gusuri Kovanka Krasa Rodri. And some at many in Komaka. And just more a branch here. Your friends of and some kind.
Well, I always say it's part of life, you know, like injuries, as we all know that we're exposed to these kind of things. But I'm a very positive guy in the sense that I take it what it is, you know. I always thank God for everything, and in this kind of moment try to be positive and maybe do all of the stuff you're not used to do, like let's say come here, spend more time with your family, and why not try to improve in other parts of your body, work on that, and come back stronger.
Wayne some branch of us ordering some Akaya, not me copy genius said in Komaka Krabina Yasamba, not Udu Paris and Jama. Report from his second Chancellor reference Louis Enrique Martinez Garcia Lucho. I am manager at Machima. You found some PH and was sent fun to Joseph one could be Nakrano can once was second answer the Machima friends Atlanta. None of them at a maturity, not Sakura when born Bruta. So on one more, Nance or the Osman Dembele, and so can be beyond some Abekama and some Machima, you found some the chance of Paris and Jama, and Umneka catches some in second. Now, the attendance some about Macosway PH, Ben some £60 million, and Umneka Kababatoma Prosum, and no airport come in second. Mammy Fantu just according to Poker come in second, and so just a reference of Roy Kane, CM Fantu Johnson Abranchia, your friends Alejandro Ganacho, I was second answer the Machima, your friends some Manchester United, no, or some or the two references Ruben Amorim and Nimsa Urano, save you depending or also save your bomb match. Now, Sati Alejandro Ganacho, or some more reference Amorim, it's a Cabello reference Amorim, also to reference Ganacho, every bench, Nabi Bianso and Yakama, now CM Fantu just a Ganacho, no, when you play on some Amorim, and so I trust and also and so so, and no my catches some in second, Mammy Fantu just a branchia, your friends Luka Modric, and soon a second to the Matima, your friends are the attention Real Madrid, and on CM Fantu just will come and we are seeing a branchia, your friends said Tony Cruz, Al Gacon, the master of passes, and once upon a time, no second answer the Matima, your friends are Real Madrid as a seno, or come with Jimono, or some or country we are seeing now, some branch no or your bruta, or some no too good, no or country we are seeing now, so open midfielder back, just some ultimate located player, a branches or in a Hosukra, not just a reference to the Cruz Al Gacon, and no Crab Modric, and Swab on Tina Pay Batuja, none no reference to the Cruz and Fantu Johnson, one of some or come we are seeing United, open midfielder back, one of some Ojan and also, we want some on Bonnie Pa, a reference some Luka Modric, I was second answer about Tima, your friends of Real Madrid, and Neka catches them in second, and no report to Crabetoma Pronso, now do Manchester United, report on the second of Chelsea Branchia, your friends of Femi Lopez, only said Nenka United from 24 and San Branchano. No, not the Chelsea Bansa from 24, some Branchana, your friends Femi Lopez, near £58 million, not United for Hosa, Amazon Montman San Branchano, nam se report on me say council just United company for enso aye willing say kwan bia so no and branch friends family Lopez no wo so betima sansa branch no no so betima ba adwuma kama enso ade matima your friends some ade chance United eno aye kakra just me say kan na report on me say council just odu chima the chance your friends Arsenal we reference me can Titans in front to Johnson wo hu akoda bi na akura na wo hu no woni boni bo brutal ni dim ade Diego Jota we so kan enso de matima friends Liverpool na opeta akoda no so ma me say kan from Arsenal team no ezo so enche kra Thomas Tepper temo enso be free team friends Arsenal na report on me say council just reference and slot no aye manager enso de matima your friends Liverpool in front to just come we are seeing nante some a branch of friends Diego Jota no se born in bodo nemo mu fra ha Jota na abeto just some reference aye Diego Jota no your chance some team friends Arsenal enso betima sign boy no because some or ha reference and slot sense and no Kupra and the Chanko Kupra na ebetima cause Arsenal ben some be 50 million euros and answer be 40 and no aye kakra some inseka enso free the chance Liverpool for so ye na udo reference Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Aveiro and so yeah report beto just a branch here your friends Trent Alexander-Arnold we say kan so the matima your friends Liverpool and we say to just a branch here your friends Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Aveiro no osim oni boni bo bruta na say beto just amount for the me pancho Mo Salah and so compare branch here your friends Ronaldo na oso ndio betima kanche we aso nyina some branch here friends Ronaldo no or better and so no reference some the chance Mo Salah and no I can catch some inseka report on inseka to chance some ura your friends Hans Dieter Flick and so a manager and so the matima your friends Bansa and also fun to just or come we are saying nante since say them the nya say again the chance points na wa na say gap na wa close no the nya jepa say between Bansa and Suni Chima your friends Real Madrid na 2 points say more team and so the more reference Calancho no your manager and so the matima friends I am Real Madrid ya hwe ni so round so betima Jim La Liga no and so machine now so na bibia so matima kama na Hans Flick upe coach ba ko a say na nya je wasase we so a enyo reference and slot and enyo reference Enzo Maresca your reference Hans Dieter Flick no your manager and so the bounce team na ne ye ni kodin komo bebre ye ntie sim reference Hans Dieter Flick and so e catch yan central for ye ntie ni kakra.
No, it's I'm happy, you know, how we play, so it's really good to see that. Also normally the way how we defend 4-4-1, it was a good lesson for us because this is not our style how we want to play, but they did it really good, and of course we scored the 4-1 in a set piece, so yeah, everything goes in the right way.
Right when some reference the chance Hans Dieter Flick and so I can na mami van to Johnson mami ko reference Marco Verratti Juventus so ye no ye ni komo bebre and so Marco Verratti so ye na the chance Marco Verratti say o kata say America say na a branch we say no we can be so 5 years ago na say 8 years ago no na obo Madrid dia na obo reference Marco Verratti Juventus obo reference the chance Xavi dia na obo Marco Verratti den obo reference Iniesta dia na obo Marco Verratti say no mo and so the mo reference Marco Verratti say hwe ne bia ye hu no okata report to me say council chance branch no and so betima be pimo Fulham and answer West Ham United and kakra say yen say kan tie hwe ne mo so ran so betima ba no enema so atima fine mama fan to just report to me say council chance owura your friends Giorgio Chiellini once upon a time no say kan answer the matima your friends Juve say no okori tie now there say Giorgio Chiellini about 9 years and so the matima your friends some Bianconeri of Juventus na osia to just come we are seeing nante a man for bebre eka we represent Jose Mourinho eka we represent Ancelotti eka some we are say we there Messi anybody boss Ronaldo also abeka sabia uni just uni mbomo Demon mutifia ke kansa Messi muni mbo ne boss Ronaldo also say demon kansa asem na say be demon uni football mom also yam fan to just Ronaldo no wa bobo England pen obi an Ronaldo akọ me ba chom o my friends Spain obi akọ Ronaldo akọ o my friends Italy obi an Ronaldo and Ronaldo enso e was Saudi Arabia eti be ko bia konka na e de ne beba se ono Messi betinam Spain na ogine din sa Nanchas will be a custom, run your friends, Eddie Tensa, AMS, the Tenson, Uniboni, and Susan, your friends, Cristiano Ronaldo, not sent from to just obey my country, Yatsina. Some Ronaldo, no born when Bob Ruta, we any some Ura, your friends, Georgia Calini, once upon a time was second answer to Matima, your friends, Juve, one suburb on Tina, and so Adiabatuja, report to me, second of Chesam, a branch of us, Anton Samuel, I was second answer to Matima, your friends, Baltimore, Diablo Johnson, Tim Franson, Chelsea 4 panel, the Benjamin Coso Chelsea 40 million pounds, and make a catch as I'm in second. Mamma Fantu Johnson Ura, your friends, some dear chance a year, wait and so I am slot on your manager, and so the Matima, your friends at Liverpool, and now run on the Edin Comabre. Nasa Liverpool Timon and Emoya Day, and so the more reference and slot on your manager, and so the Liverpool Timon open any Edin Como, Yentis reference and slots on your manager at the Liverpool Ekai.
And the way we played wasn't a lot to be happy about as well. The only thing I was happy about is that the boys kept on fighting for 100 minutes, and probably the best part of our game were the last 10 minutes. So that tells you that they kept on fighting, but credits to them. Good game plan. Worked incredibly hard, and the penalty that was rewarded was deserved, because it was a penalty, clear penalty, correct decision. But that had a lot of impact on the game, of course, because both teams hardly had any chance, and all of a sudden you get a penalty kick again, which was a correct decision. But that, and then they were 1-0 up, and they kept on fighting till the end. And goalkeeper made 1 or 2 good saves in the end, but yeah, we hardly created anything at all.
One waiting some around so the two anymore. Not me co references in a done Yazek Zidane. Now so any didn't come up and some I was Zidane so yeah. Now back at the year 2006 Zidane a champion of Europe. 2017 a champion. 2018 references Zidane and so a champion of Europe. Now report on me second so Chelsea Penino who reference Marco Materazzi or Countino references Zidane and some retired free football 2006 at the timer. Not walk up a console of Germany. Now reference Marco Materazzi and so no references in Yazek Zidane. Now the attention references Zidane San Fanto Johnson. Marco Materazzi and so Casatiana Mamena Feniaba and no Countino Guinibusu headings. And maybe Biansun come. And so come more references in the Yazek Zidane. Just on no manager. Once upon a time, manager answer the Matima. Your friends, some your chance of Real Madrid. And no make a crutches of Menseka. Not report from Menseka to Chelsea Udu Chima. Your friends of Real Madrid. Who reference the Calan Charges and Fontu just and Yamia Dumo Changabno. The Bessie with Chance Stadium. Report from Menseka to Chelsea Branchia. Your friends at Tiboni Nicolas Marcotua. And Subetma the Gopos in Madia Matima. Your friends some Real Madrid. Minian in Chelsea Branchia. Your friends at Vavadi Santiago de Penta, and so maybe Jenny Fanfason, and so the Matima friends of Real Madrid, who references Shomini, and so Etma Jamasia Kane, and so the Matima friends of Real Madrid, Manyan in Chelsea Branchia, your friends Luka Modric, Lukita, and Mastro, and so Jamasia Kane, so the Matima, your friends of Real Madrid, Manyan in Chelsea Branchiana, your friends some the attendants of Jude Victor Bellingham, and so Betmania Quenya, and so Masia Kane, so the Matima, your friends of Real Madrid, Manyan in Chelsea Branchiana, your friends some way and so I killing some in Barpelotin and Subanya Quenya. That's a kind of match my friends of Real Madrid who reference Hendrik Felipe Morera de Souza. You don't fancy Hendrik and Subanya Quenya seconds to the Matima. Your friends of Real Madrid not be beyond soon at my camera and so I come on to the Matima. Your friends of Real Madrid Menyan and Chelsea reference Calancelotti who reference Frontina Perez Rodrigo Rodriguez and so I Titani Edma Madrid Bobocono. Now Urana Cancho reference Calancelotti Sabaya and Konya Champions League no Sani La Liga and soon and from a team of friends of Real Madrid, not be beyond some Anyakama. Now, when you send Yamia Dumnes season as one, who refers to Calancelotti, and so Anyamani Jabiam and soon from a team, your friends of Real Madrid, Menyan and Chelsea Ra, your friends of Xabi Alonso Olano, and once upon a time, no second answer to my Liverpool, once upon a time, no second answer to my team, your friends of Real Madrid, no, as I say, no, your manager, and so my team, friends of Biofoliba Cusino, or on the Baba Yajman Kama, and so my team, your friends some Real Madrid, to Peneva the Calancelotti, Yamani tax more thing. So on the Champions League, na on 40 minutes tour, na Bibian soon Anya Kama, and so Anya Kama and so from my team, your friends of Real Madrid, and no my crutches of Mensaka, and no I report about Thomas Pronso, report on Mensaka, so Chelsea do Tima, your friends of Manchester United from Penny Vantuja, some friends of Branchia, your friends of Patrick Dogo, and so about my friends of Manchester United, one must see in Vantujas of Branchia, your friends Alejandro Badi, I was second answer to my team, your friends some Aya Bansano, woman Yan with Tim and friends of the Tensa Bansa, and so the team friends Manchester United non so be adwuma kama enso de Man United team no eno e kakra chese men seka ma me fanto just odu team ye friends Newcastle company for sem fanto Johnson branchia ye friends the team say Rafinha wo mo so be nya no team friends Newcastle non so team be adwuma ne kama eno e kakra men seka report on men seka so chese odu team ye friends the team Man City na o reference Pep Guardiola sem fanto just nyame ado china game no Kaneka branchia ye friends Ali Brotalan enso banya kwanya so ase kan so de matima ye friends Man City na bibia nso matima kwe ade Man City team no no run sem fanto just o kan ma wianse nyina te sem nyame ya dom na so china game no sem Man City enya be 1-0 another 2 goals unanswered not just all say Man City hallelujah Man City enum na kakra o reference on the just Pep Guardiola wono e manager nso de matima ye friends Man City no wababon team na wi enso de batu enemo report on me say kan so chese o reference Carlo Ancelotti say mo eden ensum ade mo pani no say branch reference Dani Carvajal enso sum anyhow o reference Lucas Vazquez Iglesias enso anya kwanya second for matima je reference Real Madrid say enema mo eden ensum ade mo pani a je reference Carlo Ancelotti na ye hwe ni mu say ebi o chenya me adoma Carlo enso betima ye wonders ensum ade matima je reference ade tensum na ye Real Madrid na bibia ensum atima kama ensum atima kama eno e kakra me seka na o reference Jose Mourinho once upon a time na on to coach team your friends Real Madrid and on sem fanto Johnson or come we also nyina to on the original no gina some now you busa Jose say no between Messi and so some nani the tensa branch of Ronaldo no one anybody bono so no credit the back up on betima catch we are nyina some on the original Messi no brutal and so no reference some Ronaldo na reference Guardiola sem fanto Johnson nyame adom china bibi besim and so tia stadium into a chance per branch of Manoa Kanji, who reference him the attendance Bernardo Silva Mota Carvalho, who reference him Matthew Kovacic, Phil 14, Kevin De Bruyne, when you answer my available, never be answered at my come and so I come on to the Matima, your friends Man City, and no make a crunches of Mensaka, Mammy Fanto Josura, your friends Louis Enrique, no manager, and so I did my team for the PH, CM Fanto Johnson, Yami and Mochina, one of the training said Montano, and so my Conco Day, no animum soon at my come and soon I did my team for the PH. Now report on me second of Chasa Branchia, your friend said Gianluigi Ayed Donnarumma, and Subanya Quenya second of PH Timino, who reference Nuno Mendes, who reference William Pancho, Mammy Fanto Justin Marquinhos, and Subanya Quenya second as the PH Timino, Mammy Fanto Justin Ura, your friends are Crawford Kimi. O reference linking in. Mami Fanto just a veteran. O reference Fabian Ruiz. Mami Fanto just a player. Your friends Osman Dembele, Anza Kundo. When you also bet my available. Now be beyond Sunet my kama. And Sunet my kama so de matima. Your friends of PNG. And no make a crunch as a minseka. Mami Fanto Johnson according to Poker. And just a minseka so just say. Would Chima. Your friends the attendance the attendance Tima. Your friends of Chelsea. Says the Chelsea Timum. Again a course for Chelsea Timum. Says O run friends. Enzo Mares cano she said any moment share and queen from opening my catch on any birthday still any moment yente Enzo the more reference Enzo Maresca no the chance Enzo see from to Johnson who terminal Chelsea fana fatu team say channel chance so maybe be come Enzo the matima your friends of Chelsea no mami from to Johnson reference I am Miron Enzo I am manager Enzo the matima friends Playmount na run and after the game on Sunin Sancho for the come bebre yente some around some e catch Yen Sancho for the timer not just any just
my words seem very eloquent, a little bit speechless to be fair, very emotional, because I know that I realized the task today, I realized the opponent, I realized it's the FA Cup. It's the biggest cup in the world, it's the most famous cup in the world, and we played Liverpool, so it was just omnipresent and very, very big in the city, in the club, in our locker room, and we just wanted to represent Argyle best possible. That was the game plan. To be structured, to be organized, to be brave, to fill it with intensity, and then just to show ourselves, to use this huge stage. It's an opportunity for the players to shine, and I think the lads did it outstanding. This is the biggest moment so far in my coaching career, no doubt. It's the FA Cup, it's Liverpool, no doubt, and the biggest moment is yet to come, end of season, when we are staying up. This is my goal, this is what I have on my mind, inside my soul. This is the big goal for Argyle, and then this will be the next biggest moment in my career.
winning someone to some insect, come in front of just do Tim and Vansa Borussia Dortmund. Minion in Chelsea, Yamir Mochina branch of the Timmy Gelton, also by available for selection, who reference some young Kuto, who reference Emre Chan and of him, Ura, the team and the Karima Demi, and some Omuna by available for selection, Yamir Mochina, and no make a crutch as a Minseka, who reference Jose Mario dos Santos, Morino Felix. Bibancho Orana can semble and such a Navy. Now, San Fanto Johnson Champions League Bono, or say down the railway the year 2012. And it was under Jones, a didn't see a railway. And also Santa No Coach Tima, your friends of Real Madrid, Santa Noah Branchia, your friends of Cristiano, Ronaldo dos Santos Avero, Noah Branchia, friends of Karim Mustafa Benzema, Gato Coco, Noah Branchia, your friends some idea chance of Frank Carrot Bay. Sounds also Noah Branchia. Now, your friends of Ricardo Exaction Liete Kaka. Now, also sometimes nobody at your team of friends by a munchi. Now, also game no call. Yeah, buy a chromo. Emma Kunya positive results. Now, at the time I buy a bedroom, the attendance at Stadio Santiago, but about Madrid, Espana, a branch of Cristiano Ronaldo, a pint time, you know. I'm a buyer phone by take Canabaco. Now, near we now say a copanati shootout. Now, a copanati shootout, you know. Not players and any domusuna. A branch of friends of Sergio Ramos Garcia Camas. One man, the penalties all and Ambana Sucra. Now, a branch of friends of Ricardo Jackson Kaka. No Sabonade and not twenty. Now, a branch here. Your friend, some Ronaldo Munya Somote. Or some Adan Nero Papa. Or some Adan Osu Papa. Or some Adana Ayani Yapa. No, some Champions League. No, just saw a cup final. No, so coaches are final. No, so just a trophy. No, also the Matima. Your friend, some idea chance of Real Madrid. Already was 2010. No, a Champions League. And so the Matima. Your friends are Inter Milan. Or some the attendance some overkai 2004. Or the team of friends FC Porto. And so just a Champions League. No, no, go to Sajima Tima. Your friends are Real Madrid 2012. No, or some Animam Swankoye. And so from a Tima. Your friends some idea chance of Real Madrid. No, I can't we are seeing now. So Champions League no bon. I done it pa. And so the year 2012. Jose in a real pa. And until so Timia, when we reference Jose Marino. And so I am Sayano, or some no coach via the real papa. Also Sayano reference from China Perez, and some anything come over play. Num or the attendance of Fofi, and some Antiman Twanta. I'm on Timonia Champions League, and some from my Tima. Your friends are Real Madrid. Until Osinoya, sorry, Edema Tima. Your friends some Real Madrid, and on some Rua. Your friends are Jose Marino, and so on Tim and Neve, and so the anymore. Minion in Chelsea Branchia, your friends are Lami Yamana Zribana, and we shall cancel the Matima. Your friends are Bansano, report a better Johnson Chelsea Nano. And I said, no, I came on to me and Sheko. Na 106 days are Branchia. Your friends some Lami Yama, and so Ebobo and Sudema Tima. Your friends some idea Tensa Bouncer on 20 man for ball, and some Antoinette and some of my bouncer Timono, until no near training some Branchina. Your friends are Lami Yama, and Subanya Quenya. Now, or the ball and some Antoinette and Sudema Tima. Your friends are Bouncer and Cobanisa. Now, reference of Frank Dubois, and Soba on Tinsian Fanto just will come and United. Some Branchina fence of Petri. I will say, can you answer the Matima? Your friends Sabas and also Branching and Bonnie too much. I say, hey, or some bounce on your player, Papa. And you know, or come and we are saying, you know, to Sabas a player and fence a Pedrino. Or some a crown on the Bonnie Papa. Bounce on your player. Bounce Amana Kain at a time and now branch of fence and Yesta. And so see Kain to my team of fence bounce. Pedri Amana Kai at a time and we're reference of Javi. And so see Kain to my team of fence bounce. Num a granted you animals of a camfano. As some a granted in Bonnie Bob Ruta. And to or anymore. Sir Pedri so ever concording and so the Matima. Your friend some a bouncer. No animal soon at my camera. And some other my boy offensive Pedro said Kain to my team. Your friends a bouncer. And until the me. Num so we are bouncer fana. Only run a young Urano some Pedri Amana Kai Javi. Amana Kai reference some Iniesta. And it's in a born Javi Bono. Utim some and Webi. And soon a boy and a friend some a dear some Pedri. And so a boy Tima. Your friend some dear some a bouncer. No reference has a flexion Fantuta. So or come a real United. Some a record in a band runner. Or some on I don't want on Chelsea. Or some or you know what any ye. Was a branch na your friend some femino also no sleep what I say a park no so pano and on the nine equity player to one shot say bia or quack player no and to him dentia sa record no some ebae entino ono ogituma enyeye no reference some Garcia Pimienta ono coach enso de team defense Xavier and on San Francisco Johnson Branchia your friend some the chance of Rafinha ne go ne by before say Rafinha go ne beba no team friend Xavier enso nya penalty referee champion fear denies that penalty no Osem wapchine wano suzo ntiase nanko seka team friends Xavier enso anya penalty nanka sa penalty omode tunet na bibia nsum kama no reference Louis Enrique Martinez Garcia manager de Paris Saint-Germain team no and on San Francisco Johnson onim de ntia Madrid for complaining referees Madrid for I didn't know some years na ono coach team friends Barca pain my country was 2015 what you trouble answer my Barca team no na also onim de ntia Barca for any complain Madrid for any complain sir some omo complaints of referee I say and now referee I say adechia referee champion and so anini ye also on the on can fam Madrid team also no nia sembia and so can dia chetima your friends of Real Madrid no the be can che wiase nya so no be kom on carry onia sembia ka wa observe on the comment and on so reference Louis Enrique Martinez Garcia no ya manager and so the team first PG and so ababontin na wi dey be to dwantin yan some the doors yan fancy na Ricardo Kaka and so to us front na bibia so nya kama Ricardo Kaka
Bossman.
Silver
Sport. Sure. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir.
Yakwaba.
Okay.
Yakwaba na. Yaba na fi yaba bidin komo ahodo awu na bibia
so we Barca ni o.
Yes.
The referees near Madrid there.
O my omode.
I say on ni ye e Madrid team.
Koye ma odi a onka.
To uno mo yadwen. Yo mu di na ye.
98.3 FM.
Referees no. Game against Atletico Madrid. Penalty no na penalty.
Sana wuhunu. Sana wuhunu se nenye penalty.
Na nenye penalty.
Okay. But referees no hunu se penalty. So magic.
Se Prince Abanje be jama no.
Enti se koye mawa. Koye mawa no afa. An koye mawa no yidin. Because ohe incident ni ya. Madrid player no etia Atletico Madrid player. Enti it is a clear penalty. Yes.
Okay.
No. See eba ka 2 points. So ya chimani ya de ahyemo amoni pa.
The muntimi che bi mu.
Za. Okay. We live to see.
Yeah.
Hansi Flick na that's who.
Oh, that's one no onye dom sa.
Hansi Flick na that's who.
Onye dom sa. Champions League waje say. Oh
no, it's not about Champions League waje. Only na shia encounter ni shia na ko say.
La Liga waje say.
Na oba da be oba La Liga.
Silver 98.3 FM.
La Liga no betu yum.
Ocho and La Liga obejo ba ocho obesho. What say over the time.
Copa del Rey no.
Oshia Madrid bia
Copa del Rey no me.
Osho one show 2, one show 3, one show 4, 5. Come here my beshia. Where you were film. Mr. Dubois.
Yeah, go me.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon. Where you in a free me?
Where you in a film?
Oh, hard you.
Where you in a film say. Where you in a film? Me control. Me stay affairs intino. Time I'm a person who
Sa penalty need it's quite dubious for me. From where I sit, I was thinking, say, England for VAR for now be PM or Spain and because I felt there was contact, but football a contact sport. It was quite minimal, and I said,
but was there contact?
Of course, a contact sport.
The tackle was there contact.
Contact, no one we contact,
No.
Was there a
contact?
Of course there was contact.
When there is a contact, the referee has to use his discretion.
And your contact be 50-50 your body. Your minimal contact. Your the player na be jano. I initiated contact.
Yes, there was a contact.
There
was a contact. There was a contact in the screen. There was a contact.
I mean, it's but it was a good game. I mean, I really enjoyed Real Madrid.
Sure.
Even though they were handicapped with regards to almost personnel, especially at the defensive department.
Sure.
Yet still, they controlled the game very well. You could see all the faces in football. There was build-up, there was progression, there was chance creation. The only thing they say, the forward line, the only live wire, Abrantia, a friend. Madrid left wing and Vinicius back on Brazil.
Silver 98.3 FM.
Yes, Rodrigo was in fine form. Jude Bellingham was unplayable, and again player back who impressed me by Dani Ceballos. I mean, I think it will pay off for Madrid, because at the time names are moderate. Now who are they kind of 9 a.m. right now? You can't rely on him. No?
Yeah.
I was amongst the people that we were advocating, and as I was advocating, said they should give Danny Ceballos a chance, and clearly he's beginning to wrap himself in the role of a midfield general, and I say a midfield personnel. Odi Jumedi oho, yemfen on tunchen, na yem fly and call the United States of America. That was where the center of attraction was. In fact, the Brenade starts ninyo maybe beto say World Cup, Super Bowl. In fact, and it's incomparable, because World Cup a global sport. Sure. It involves nations. So China and population kwaka so mu nyina ehwe World Cup na. Say no Super Bowl nim bebre.
Exactly.
But the Super Bowl has a special affinity, and I say a special attraction, because it is imbibed in the American culture. It makes them exclusive. Young sport winner, your team mufo na timi gisi ho ehwa ne mane ya ade sonko. Now before the game, no, so like mami image number 1, yes, there was a research.
Sure.
Say enam Super Bowl ninti over 22 million employees are planning some best keep Juma Monday.
And a day.
Because the game runs deep into the night, coupled with celebrations and other things that can.
Yeah.
It's me say, me intimi game ni nyina nwie. Me do third quarter. Na my me battery colo.
Yeah.
So and I'm die. And I'm sure I'm
98.3 FM.
So there are going to be a lot of people affect you. Now it is estimated say 22 million employees. In Monday, the United States of America, a man for Juma cry, especially New Orleans or Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Or more team in the Los Angeles or no more Missouri, New Orleans, Nesari, Jai, and Nigiano, a Babroso, Untimin Juma, because the fun and the attraction of the Super Bowl, and it lived up to the hype. You know, the star-studded people a bit PM Honum. The first gentleman of the land of the United States, Donald Trump, and the family. You know, Lionel Messi, you know, Luis Suarez, you know, Sergio Busquets, you know, Jay-Z, you know, Beyonce, you know, Kevin Hart, you know, a whole lot of people. And indeed, Sana Super Bowl is the center of attraction for the American sports world.
Messi, you call US as well as people.
I understand it here.
98.3 FM.
Spain, France now, with me our indoors and US only the OBP. And beside that, there's also marketing who ye. Unse omwe Adidas here advert be Emma Super Bowl ana MLS for so year advert.
Yeah.
Yes, internet also baho na manfo hu na attention baho, because advert in Facebook na be chi intia. Almost say there is football after football. There's a football we are. MLS new season, there's another football on mine. So Messi, a feature our advert in him. And again, another Adidas athlete, that is Patrick Mahomes.
Sure.
Or share Adidas. So he had to be there. Now who Adidas phoning in a marketing strategy because I can tell you emphatically, game no nimo. Messi, NFL, boy, third down, second down, tight end, flag, onimo. Nidiani say okwa na. So it was big, a whole lot of people and a buy. Now
Silver 98.3 FM.
Shara can mommy image number 2. Me pen. Yes. So it was all set. Super Bowl 59, LIX near Roman numerals.
Yeah.
Yes. So now we're a repeat of Super Bowl 57. Super Bowl 57, the same teams in the share. That is the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, Shadrach, encore the next image, then you would see, there was a fine record by both quarterbacks going into this game. Players now attack Nisi Omoso Ama Bibi free game with Mabano. That is Patrick Mahomes for Kansas City Chiefs, and then Abrante Jalen Hurts for Philadelphia Eagles. There was a lot of stakes around them. Now, so Raksama image back on the words in the Wason. Yebebo game. na Patrick Mahomes akọ 288 consecutive pass attempts without an interception.
Silver, 98.3
that is pante ball no near the ball ni mana. Wato saa mako 228 consecutively. Obia intercepted opposition team no and chain ball no and our for home block here. It is a football and complete passes.
Complete passes.
Yes. And another Jalen Hurts so enya 209. So on term of and I say on record of delivery and I say on action of delivering passes, it was spot on in the 200 plus mark. Now so be accurate when it comes to the passing and in the delivery and the pass attempts. Now Mahomes had the longest interception free streak entering a Super Bowl start all time, and Jalen Hurts and I said yes.
Yeah.
And also had the third longest. Intina Patrick Mahomes ended that number one.
Sure.
In terms of from regular season, Saibabi Super Bowl nim interception free streak. Obien to me intercepting a pass.
Silver,
so the stakes were that high. The guys were that good. Omo no ma bomo homodin ye. Oko AFC, that is the American Football Conference. Kansas City Chiefs NJ. For the NFC, na Philadelphia Eagles free on omo a second seed. Into number 1 and number 2. Two of the finest teams and a baby shia.
Yeah.
So you can't really separate them a lot on paper. Now to me separate you or move. Now shall I call the next game, mommy? Now on all the accuracy and the Amabe Chechem on almost pass interceptions in Ano, it was total dominance by the Philadelphia Eagles. Now from minute 1 to the second quarter and I said to the first half, Kansas City Chiefs enya 1 point crowd.
Okay.
Absolute dominance from team FN Philadelphia Eagles. Especially omo ye place now. Or 4 attempts say or advance 5 or 10 yards. Now they call him now they call end zone. Now they were that efficient.
Silver, 98.3
so in the first under 6 minutes and Jalen Hurts omo make it play and then they call anymore or rush it enya the first touchdown honum as a quarterback. Normally, obey any wide receiver, the running back, and a tight end, no a two ball na. But because they were that close to the end zone, on one rush enya. So I say back na min chemubium. Ebe koso after 6 touchdown behind 6 points. No one pante ball now rap po him now 1 point abeka home.
Yeah.
Na first quarter ko. Omo 7. Second quarter ebe twaso 10. 16, 17, 23, 24 points, 24-0 at the first half. Honana Moon said, Jack,
I don't know.
I beans ama Kansas City Chiefs. Yahu be sada 2017 New England Patriots and Atlanta Falcons. Na openyi Tom Brady and a quarterback man New England Patriots.
Silver, 98.3
I think
FM.
Matt Ryan Atlanta Falcons. Na 3-23 at halftime.
Yeah.
So many were believing say Patrick Mahomes had be a good conversation no e kasamano and I said they be a training room and the Kansas City Chiefs almost so more than more over the years This is the time of a great comeback. Now Sama repeats na FA cry. But it was a different game altogether. Philadelphia Eagles for no buy and kasa kaka omo buy said this time around no omo attack no be efficient. Now on the next image send you Mr. Sherman na you something about the play no. Now for the play na man here 24-0 no.
Yeah.
That is the touchdown passer Jalen Hurts etoma Abrante friend AJ Brown no. Na 2 plays from the line of scrimmage baby or mujina or mokoto na 2 line ye 2 ball ni mo or ye 2 2 plays which was approximately 14 yards and a drive time no yet just 10 seconds. So they were that efficient in the attack. They left no stone unturned. They really exposed Kansas City Chiefs on defense no. On the day no on defense no die. Same as attack. Now Shadrach encore the next image amede man. Now yenhwe the koye. Now kaka in the first half Eagles defense in as much as one conceded point this was what Freddie Omoye 23 total yards per and omo allow say Kansas City Chiefs out of omo plays be no omo attempt 23 yards per and then one first down. Next, a first down here that close getting to the end zone. So I'm over bang any more no. One first down, 0 points. So, Sunday they do can say attack wins you games, but defense wins you championship. No, Eagles for defense. No, Jume ye pa. Kaka. Shadrach, on to the next one.
Silver,
it was a day Patrick Mahomes will forget.
FM.
Sure. The last time I mean who said Patrick Mahomes, I am frustrated, I am worried, and I said what floppy at the Super Bowl level. I think Super Bowl 56 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That is Tom Brady in the last dance of free New England Patriots no kopiem or Tampa Bay Buccaneers Eddie Omokoje. That game so Patrick Mahomes which no papa. Now the same as this. The fewest total yards in the first half of a Super Bowl since 1990. Now said the kind of defense now Philadelphia Eagles for boy you know. It been see that in a Super Bowl. Say yeah yere team or restrict you more advance cry and yet touchdown. No makunya 3 points cry panty ball na fapo ni mu hono. 2024 Chiefs 23 2018 57 2002 62. The fewest total yards our team be allowed in a Super Bowl first half.
Yeah.
Now Uncle Patrick Mahomes.
FM.
Na men fancy na men wrap it up BB kakra ewo Jalen Hurts so. Now Patrick Mahomes starts in the first half. Kaka the sama me GD said fano. It's at times on. It's about how you start. It won't say within the game we better recover be BB there. But Kansas City Chiefs or my attack is so efficient that within 3 plays no more advance no more do end zone one.
Yeah.
But this time around, be an emfa. Now, Patrick Mahomes in the first half, out of 14 attempted passes or completed 6, just 33 passing yards on one Patrick Mahomes. A game will be any done so. 0 touchdown passes in the first half, and then 2 interceptions. Also before that, me read say. Wako over 280 plus attempts are intercepted.
Sure.
But on the day, no, you intercepted 2 passes at crucial areas. Bako crowd the nipa corner of far ball no. At the core end zone in your touchdown mark. That's how they know the birthday. Into no see any mini birthday with your chemi. 22 yards and or run the quarter end zone. 3 sacks. NFL no and as American football, you can say a sack you be a chess. Yede bo na ma na ohwehwe de obeto ama no na ani ya moana je de na hwe ye saking 3 times. So it was a bad day for Abrantie Freno Patrick Mahomes with the Kansas City Chiefs. So eventually game ne be ko akọ till somewhere in the 3rd quarter and san omobenya point ni bi. So it tells you say Eagles defense ni attack no they were efficient, they were effective. Eventually, game ne be kwa and they set 23-40. Now, what it means is that Philadelphia Eagles, after 2018, our Munya BJ, our Nick Foles, our quarterback, this time around, they have been successful. Super Bowl 57, how many Eagles, how many Kansas City Chiefs, but this time around, they have been so successful. Now, your J MVP of the day, no, Jalen Hurts. That is Philadelphia Eagles for quarterback. No.
Yeah.
Now, Shadrach Emma in a management team. Shadrach, Kaka, it will shock you. A man kwa.
The management, no.
The management team, no, a man kwa. Who knows? It might be the new trend, as they say, Ebeba. Because, Ufa Mema management team. Either they will influence you off the field to do some excesses, and I say financial issues, no trust issues, be breaking your man down. So you end up changing a lot of managements. Now let's run through it. The manager ankasa Jenna Malpros on any manager ankasa. No about the marketing or no player now or the marketing manager or honum. Also Rachel Everett. Also Oba. Then you go to the agent ankasa. Your manager or manager and the team in by your agent ankasa or Bennett said the new super agency or football.
Sure.
Also Nicole Line. Then the head of communications Sakim Simmons Winter. Also Oba. Then the second in command of communications Chantel Romain.
Wow.
Inti Jalen Hurts ni who no J Super Bowl MVP no. Now they can Philadelphia Eagles for Abedino. He was made up by women. A man on a man. Unse high on yumbi. Ya doggy boys ya man. Into on a man. Now it was a memorable day for them, for the Philadelphia Eagles. So on to the next one. Next season, one abeje Super Bowl 60. Ewo the United States. Yeah, the updates ni nyabeba. Nene no me monitor ya me hwese. Amount for the wadra Super Bowl. I don't know heavy. And ya fe na mo be kika
98.3
FM. Seni adeni siko. Munjaima Silver Sports. So be yeswa. Enya me wo hono no afrem no aba.
You learn deeper into it.
Matchen ya de na ebeji boom no na mo baba be ke. Yenye sa. You need to follow, give updates,
yes.
Pop up interest. NFL interest na course rule.
Yeah.
You see omo global we no e kwachi. Last year omo ko bobi o Germany, omo bobi o Brazil. Very soon nim say enche krom be ba be bobi o Africa. Omo try some be raise omo global stakes na e wo honom. So Saquon Barkley ono so na last me be kan say onya the offensive player of the year.
Yeah.
Ono so aboa ne first year 9 rounds so ne birthday.
Okay.
And ono so boa ma Eagles for ebeje. Now omo be ko Disneyland ana e must. Wa beji Super Bowl ni bia be ko Disneyland. No akwa akoto.
Yeah.
But as to so be ko White House no eno no ya semfofro. At the time you can say 2018 omo je en omo anko White House.
98.3
omo na say opanyi mu be ko White House ana or say yaji ade na wi wo de munya bote ne enhwe de besi. Because it is believed say the owner no onye in support of the regime of
Silver Sports.
Nazemra presido betna.
Presido so ba betna onti. We live to see the beba besi. So that is it with the Super Bowl. Next up, the biggest event beba so American the All-Star. That is the NBA All-Star honum. And also take different formats. Yeah, the updates ni na beba wa. And until also tie Silver Sports. And yeah, football nkwani ye wa.
Sure.
Yeah, sports. We are bringing you all the knowledge and information about the different and the talk about sports. Now let's get to a packed week.
Now no more muskabese.
Scano. Me ba be ma breakdown. Scano does super. Okay. Scanner was Super Bowl in the doors. In fact, so who break the marketing side cry just a 30-second advert, $8 million.
Wow.
So you can just a 30-second advert commercial
Silver,
in the Super Bowl slot. $8 million. Into a show says 30 seconds cry the $8 million. You can imagine. I want to give a detailed breakdown. Okay. Can't outright because it's rising.
Sure.
But you can imagine. To move the TF1 for my dream crown foul. Say your board advert also cry 30 seconds, $8 million. Let's check the amount of money or moving from this Super Bowl. Now let's get to football. Mami started with Italy. Very interesting stuff coming up from there, especially with one. Minka one team, but some two players they have risen up to the occasion, and I think it will help their national teams. One, Abrante Moise Kean, and then the other is Matthew Retegui of Atlanta. Atlanta winning over the weekend, I think 5-1.
Yeah.
5-0, sorry. But these two guys, shall I give me the image on what I them they send on Yankoyeni.
Silver 98.3 FM.
Yes. Spalletti Bayern. One of the missing links for the Italian national team, so a proper diagnosis. An out and out striker. Obijina forefront on him. Over the years, it has been midfielders. There have been scoring midfielders and even some defenders and a tabu. The last time Omunya out and out striker no, Ciro Immobile.
Yeah.
But at the campaign Omudi Jisa Euro 2000 Akosia England or final no, he wasn't even the main man. There were certain midfielders and wingers around him and even wing backs around him. No Mobua produce a lot of goals. But this time around, these two guys are on fine form. Now the Spalletti can say these two guys can play together.
Yeah.
So 3-5-2 now or the Napoli bana 3-4-3 no. Anyhow I name so ultimate metamorphosis mania 3-4-2-1. We might be seeing a pair of Moise Kean and Matthew Retegui in terms of goals.
Silver,
now shall I go to the next one? Your numbers no
Okay.
Now so Osha, yes, last season Moise Kean so when it starts from last season you would never give him a dog chance say Italian national team call up a backroom. Last season for 23 appearances for Juve and then Italy, not that so Juve, no on starter. Onya 0 onya for 23 appearances for Juve and then Italy. One share goal or you just two assists. That is for Italy and then Juventus. Injury so Ebehan so when features are and he wasn't a part of Juventus plan because Dusan Vlahovic and he starting striker. Now on the akokolo na kwa emfane nka ho. Fast forward into this season for Fiorentina and then Italy. When you 32 appearances, was shed 20 goals and your 2 assists. A major leap from last season. Not only involved in just 2 goals. This time around, playing as the main striker, playing as a supporting striker, and everywhere across the front three. The same with Matthew Retegui. Ono crowd no Bobo Argentina. And sana scouting ni through reports ni komodi omo Emma Italian national team handlers ni say akwebi Argentina ho. Aso born ho modern kakra. Yen try na yen twene mra. Unse Italy so ni Argentina omo sa ties no honum. Lots of Italians have similar names as the Argentinians. The same as the Argentinians as the Italians as well. Last season for Team Efreno, Genoa, Osher 7 goals in 29 league games. That is Matthew Retegui. And minim aside so moko fan if Argentina wa Atlanta for any chrono mo de share no. That I should be praised. And I say yen shira sa enina na sa do yes our scouting report no. Now this season in
Silver,
22 league games was 20 goals, which is absolutely amazing. Now he's undroppable. So Italy national team list the best is here. Any one of minjin this will be an pray. Not forgetting say Scamacca crown so or no injury dininya. So this time around the Italian national team will be getting a striker they can rely on, and I think people should keep an eye on the Italian national team in the 2026 World Cup. Emuchin, Amobebo qualifies, I qualified there, but Yenshe Nimu say eventually no. Senior these boys are rising from the ruins last season. Abi Pioma be mainstays amo mu team no. No mu national team manager e kan dey sonkwa form hono. We should keep an eye on them. The same as AC Milan. AC Milan so enya a good win over the weekend. Now it was down to the additions no more. And one factor also say Abrante Fenu Christian Pulisic is in the form of his life. This time around on the leading Serie A goal king and I say assist Ladano with 9 assists. Together with Abrante Fenu, Santiago Jimenez Omokofano, Rafael Leao Ebesheni goal there, but it was down to the new boy a friend Santiago Jimenez all combining beautifully. Enya winning goal na momo. Mabe kama ha say Leao and I say Joao Felix any Jimenez a partnership ni bebre hu ni say kaka ne Shevchenko die ni bi. And it's about time at AC Milan enya a main forward that they can rely on him. The first game under 30 minutes onya assist. The same thing with over the weekend. So obo I think 38 minutes and so enya goal. And Senkebenya goal ni bi asha. A Messi-esque. They can Messi-esque. To say the Messi and then in left a ball placement and it's a mark of a good finisher. Santiago Jimenez no or send goals ni be brave or boxing him. You won't find him scoring a lot of goals outside the box. And Conceição football no obebono. When you at least 2 or 3 creators around him no, ne diane say obe make sure say wa position hu ye or boxing him. So creator on the left, Rafael Leao, creator on the right, Abrante Joao Felix or even Christian Pulisic, and even centrally, Joao Felix or Christian Pulisic. Right now, no, the better kwa say in fin hono, it was a defensive sacrifice. Abrante Fenu Yunus Musa, any Fofana, and a bomb fin hono, and then Tijani Rangers. Tijani Rangers to tap or pay up a goals ni there. But this time around, no, Mienubebo. No more defensive sacrifices na aye bebre. Send be ya front 4 ya yi no ho be. Omo betimi adi dwumadi bebre e wo honom. Now let's go to the FA Cup and share one or two things. Yes. Niemfa bambisi wo honom. maybe count during the time Liverpool a share Spurs our Modico Carabao Cup final.
Silver,
98.3
FM.
They dominate the domestic scene, and who knows win the domestic the domestic treble and what have you. But the magic of the FA Cup lived on. And could be etna ha catch me say Liverpool be lose week match during the weekend and come in Jindida. Even with a weekend squad, I felt Liverpool had a chance.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things in football. Say obeye die won be and I say you would set up your every department say obekwa fa win, but the unfortunate thing will happen. So what it means is that Liverpool only have the Premier League, the Carabao Cup, and then the Champions League to push for. Again, rival fans ebema omanso ati say o petrebo papa kaka and one Manchester Krumo.
Yeah.
League, Champions League, FA Cup.
Sure.
That is the proper treble. They are canning a Mickey Mouse and Scooby Doo treble.
Silver,
so
98.3
Carabao,
FM.
no FA Cup, no Aquaji League, a Mickey Mouse, Oji Champions League.
And Scooby Doo.
Oji Champions
League.
10 a Mickey Mouse treble. So what it means is that Liverpool are still chasing for a proper treble. Eventually they will win the league and they are harder. But as today adding the Carabao Cup and the Champions League is something they live for. And even in the Carabao Cup, they stand a tall chance. So at least there's a 60% guarantee on being 2 trophies. For Madrid, I think it's a job well done for them. Atletico Madrid will be a main fight between those two.
Sure.
And yet 2-horse race. From the league table, anyhow Atletico this season, Omesia Shebasa, any Madrid arrival no. I think it's a 3-horse race. Last season, so game of Madrid lose and Atletico Madrid.
Yeah,
so indeed they have the chance to win it and cause an upset. Because Atletico Madrid now pay fixture mean Jinin Dipa against Barca.
98.3 FM.
Because it was too predictable. But last and I said this season, actually be so for
yeah.
Right,
may I say, Mr. Emmanuel Tufo, and I yet live on Silver 98.3. Simana and 9 Apanom Yunu Eho. Mamina Homra na Yemfa and Samahudwa Ewufino Emra Emetwa show. The show is Sports Center live on Silver 98.3. Mesdames wa me adiabo for the draft on the other war abasisie na edifice no. Darling boy Pierrot ebetena se na odini na no.